Youre and welcome to a new video from NZ Pocket Guide. Today I'm going to give you a complete rundown of the International Driver's Permit, as well as tell you what you can do and what you can't do with it in New Zealand. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so first up, if your driver license is not fully written in English, then it is illegal for you to drive in New Zealand and you need to get yourself an international driver's permit. That's the number one reason to get one when traveling to New Zealand. If your driver license is in English, but you are planning to travel to other countries when traveling to New Zealand, either before or after your trip to New Zealand, then you may want to consider getting yourself your international driver's permit, because some other countries have different regulations, and even if your driver license is fully in English, you may still need one in order to drive there. Next up on my list, we have the fact that, well, it's relatively cheap to get one, and it can be a really handy document. I'm going to cover that in a second. Okay, so why is it a really handy document to have? Well, having an extra piece of ID when traveling in New Zealand is always kind of a good thing. It's reassuring to know that if you lose your passport or use driver license, although it will be a real pain, you still have a way to prove your ID and get your paperwork sorted in an easier way. I always do like to travel with an extra piece of ID. Another great thing about having an international driver's permit in New Zealand is the fact that you will be able to drive the same classes of vehicle that you are back home, because they are correctly translated on the paperwork. You can apply for an international driver's permit in New Zealand by going to the NZDT. So if you came to the country without one of them, but you decide that you think that it would be a good thing for you, well, you can sort it out even overseas. Now, something to keep in mind is that having an international driver's permit is not a valid ID to buy alcohol or go in bars in New Zealand. You will still need to prove your age by showing a driver license which was issued in New Zealand, your passport, or a Kiwi access card. Okay, so that's everything I have for you today. I hope that you did find it useful, and there is much more information for you on nzpocketguide.com. The whole team is joining me in wishing you the best time ever in New Zealand.